In the heart of Nigeria, where the sun kissed the earth with golden rays and the wind carried whispers of the ancestors, a young boy stumbled upon the secrets that would unravel his village, thread by thread. His name was Chidi, and his story began on an ordinary day in Umuofia, a bustling village, cradled by rolling hills and shaded by ancient Iroko trees. The air was thick with scents of palm oil stew, simmering over open fires, and the rhythmic beat of drums pulsed through the marketplace, where traders angling over yams and clothes wore wrappers dyed in every color of the rainbow. Chidi was a weary boy of 12, with eyes that sparkled with curiosity and a voice that could weave tales to rival the grill of old. Orphaned years ago, he lived with his grandmother, Ngozi, in a mud brick hut, adorned with faded charms to ward off evil spirits. The other children adored him, gathering under the moonlight to hear his stories of Anansi, the trickster, or the brave hunters of legends. But this day, fate had a tale of its own to tell. While fetching water from the river, Chidi strayed from the worn path, lured by the glint of something buried beneath a tangle of vines. He dug with his hands, the red hair staining his fingers, until he unearthed an ancient pot. It was heavy, its clay surface etched with strange symbols that seemed to shimmer faintly. A treasure from the ancestors, he murmured. Brushing off the dirt, he hauled it home, his heart racing with excitement. Grandma, look what I found, he called, setting the pot before Grandma Ngozi. She squinted at it, her wrinkled hands tracing the markings. Chidi, this is no ordinary pot, she warned, her voice low. It feels alive. Be careful, my son. The bird that flies too high may lose its way. Chidi grinned. Maybe it's magic, Grandma. What if it's filled with gold? Grandma Ngozi chuckled, but her eyes lingered on the pot with unease. That night, as crickets sang outside, Chidi couldn't sleep. He sat beside the pot, his presence tugging at his thoughts. On a whim, he whispered, I wish your back didn't ache anymore, Grandma. He laughed at himself talking to a pot. But the next morning, Grandma Ngozi rose without a groan, her steps light. It's a miracle, Chidi, she exclaimed. My back no longer hurts. I feel free. His jaw dropped. Could it be true? Is that pot really magical? Curious, he decided to put the pot to test again. He stayed alone with the pot inside the room. I wish for a beautiful harvest for Umuofia, he said softly. Within days, the fields erupted with life. Maize towering overhead, yam mods swelling, mangoes dripping from branches. The villagers danced in the streets, praising the gods. Chidi's chest swelled with pride. The pot was magic. Word spread like wildfire through Umofia's dusty paths. Soon, villagers crowded outside his hut, their voices a chorus of longing. Mr. Okeke, a farmer with calloused hands, pleaded, Chidi, my boy, make me rich. And Mrs. Adeyemi, with her eyes shy but hopeful, grant me beauty, she begged. At first, Chidi obliged. Thrilled to help, he whispered wishes into the pot and they came true. Mr. Okeke woke up to find his farm doubled in size. Adeyemi's reflection turned heads wherever she went. But then, the hair shifted. Okeke's son fell ill. Born with fever no herbs could cure. Adeyemi's beauty came with a coldness. A once warm smile replaced by a sneer. The village buzzed with unease. Chidi noticed the pattern. dread coiling in his gut. Grandma, something is wrong, he confessed. The wishes, they are hurting people. Grandma Ngozi nodded gravely. Magic always has a price, Chidi. The river that forgets its source will dry up. You must find out what it is. Desperate for answers, Chidi sought Baba Ifa, the village priest who lived in a shrine draped with cowrie shells and palm fronds. The old man listened, then chanted under his breath, his staff tapping the ground. "This is a pot of sacrifice," he said at last, his voice heavy, forged by the gods to teach balance. For every wish it grants, it takes something of equal weight. The greater the desire, the greater the loss. Chidi's heart sank. I didn't know. I just wanted to help. Papa Ifa gazed softly. You are still a small boy. Intentions are pure, but consequences are blind. You must choose what to do. Back home, the villagers' demands grew louder. More wishes. Chidi, they shouted, pounding on the door. You can't keep the magic to yourself. Torn and guilt ridden, Chidi sat alone with the pot, its symbols glowing faintly in the dark. He thought of Okike's son, of Adeyemi's lost kindness, of the harmony Umofia had once known. Tears stung his eyes. He loved his voice, his stories, his songs, but he loved his people more. With a trembling breath, he touched the pot. I wish for Umofia to be as it was before, whole and happy again. A warm light flared and the pot crumbled to dust. Silence swallowed him, and when he opened his mouth to cry out, no sound came. His voice was gone. The price for his wish. The next day, the village awoke restored. Okeke's land shrank back, but his son laughed again. Adeyemi's beauty faded, yet her friends embraced her return to kindness. The people gathered, confused but relieved. As Grandma Ngozi explained Chidi's sacrifice to the people, he gave his voice to us, she said, her eyes glistening. Let us honor him by learning what he did. Chidi, now mute, wrote his stories in the dirt, his gestures speaking louder than words ever could. The villagers rebuilt their bonds. Wiser and humbler, the tale of the magic pot echoed through the generations, a haunting reminder that every gain carried a cost. And true wealth lies not in what we take, but in what we give. So, listeners, ask yourself, what would you wish for, knowing the price? For in the end, the pot revealed not just desires, but the heart that held them. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this tale, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories. Until next time, stay curious.